one lead early in the game by 2 points.
The ingredients. They just had a lid on the basket at key points of the game.
Garnett.
Hudson. Garnett against Elson.
7. This year, a little bit higher. Garnett. Little shimmy and the fadeaway.
The pass top of the key 6 on the shot clock. They find Garnett. LaFrentz has his hands full there. And Garnett, they get it back to Garnett. He may have to get 40 here tonight. Takes the turnaround and banks out.
Game 1, Minnesota fans feel like if he had been healthy, they may have beaten the Lakers.
He plays with almost reckless energy. Just non-stop motion. He's so impressive.
And 15 seconds left here in the third. Garnett, little head and shoulder fake. Griffin to Garnett. Turns, fires, hit.
So far, the 3 Portland turnovers have not cost them any points. Garnett gives to Sprewell. He goes back to Garnett. He fades.
You're down 7, and that's a result of a little bit better ball movement. Garnett on his own.
They go right back to Garnett. Garnett spinning. Another hand.
You tell him we have a foul to give when the Timberwolves take the ball out of bounds. Then you have time to process. Hey, I got a foul. I need, and that's a foul at the end of the game. You look back and say, boy, we could have used that foul.
So Grant has to take Garnett, who beats
Front of the Lakers.
Of course, it's important to mention that Memphis has the tiebreak.
This season, Vlade Divac is terrific as the backup center. Often this. Garnett. All sorts of moves. Turns it.
Subs in. Fred Hoiberg, Trenton Hassel check into the game. Garnett spinning. Good defense from Kurt Thomas.
Double Garnett. Shot clock down to 5. He's going to go on Charbark above. Did a good job. Make him take the fake.
Started out exactly red hot. 0 for 6 for Bibby. 1 for 5. Mobley.
They go right back to Garnett. Again, the high release.
Out there you can't guard. They double team somebody. Somebody's going to be able to shoot the wide open shot.
Shot clock under 5. Kevin in a crowd.
Final minute, first half. Garnett off a.
Put him in a situation where he can succeed.
Just wallowed on the bench for Rick Adams.
KG.
Minnesota in 25 attempts. 18 makes on 30 attempts for the Kings. They just shot the ball better.
Team down there, including a big win over the Timberwolves that left Coach McHale talking to himself here. Nice turnover.
Low post. 2 men stay with Garnett. Now the double team dissolves. Kevin Garnett.
Under 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Kevin.
Classically scored 8 points in the quarter. Excuse me, 7 points in the quarter.
Right at the rim. And Dante Jones is going to come back in. Garnett hit.
Get to the rim, and when they pick up their defense, they can force turnovers and get fast break points.
80 minute. Minnesota's going to have this halftime lead. Garnett backing in against Rock.
What he needs to do each and every night is going to be different. It's not going to be the same, and that's why it's a hard job for Kevin.
The different numbers, and Flip does put a lot of credence into plus minus.
Garnett looking for options. He'll call his own number. Fadeaway jump shot. Cassell works it inside to Garnett. Kevin draws the triple team. KG up. Kevin Garnett once faced 10 years ago with his Timberwolves team.
I'm sure he likes to hear it.
assists to lead the team. Martin all over him. And Aaron Garnett has never come back.
Garnett right away. They come back to Garnett.
Garnett turns baseline over Abdur-Rahim.
It didn't settle. Shots weren't necessarily quick.
Last night against Philadelphia and said, I take partial blame for the loss just because I couldn't get it going early on. Kevin Garnett steps back. And
more than 8 wins in a single month. Garnett to the fadeaway. Cuts that down. 10 to shoot. Zerbiak. Now they bring it to Garnett. KG's fadeaway is.
As he said to us, it's execution. If you don't have the patience, they don't have the faith. Because that gets us down to a 10-point game. And again, that's something Minnesota, they'll feel the pressure of Kevin Garnett.
They go back to Garnett with 10 to shoot. Garnett forced into a
In free throw percentage, which they do, but the underside of that, last in free throw attempts. Here's Garnett. This is the guy you got to get going. Garnett, guarded by Williamson. Garnett
on Kmart. Good defense.
Heard of in this particular day and age. And there has been speculation.
Great coach, and I think he's done a great job in Sacramento. 29 wins.
The difference is the Wolves are third in the NBA in three-point shooting.
No one to block out Hoiberg.
There's Garnett.
Scoring. This New Orleans Hornets team was as competitive as anybody in the East.
Garnett spins off.
They had a 5-game winning streak snapped on Friday night at Phoenix. Phoenix with the best record in the league.
They're never able to get that lead.
Garnett on Canby.
Cassell finds KG.
31. They've played much better here in the second quarter. Garnett for the baseline.
And a happy coach.
Garnett.
Garnett goes to work in the post against Rashid. Turns baseline, fires it.
Garnett fights for position. Weatherspoon behind him. Garnett bumps him off. Sure, he gets himself real good shots.
Here's Garnett over Kenyon Martin
All season long.
Here's a pass dropped inside of Garnett, picked up by Lewis.
For the Milwaukee Bucks at home. But it was Kobe in 2003 at 12. The most for a single team.
Taking the lead by 2, 53-51. Kevin Garnett. Engines and assists. He's at 8 right now. He has 18 points. Here's Kevin Garnett.
Birthday has it outside. Hudson now the reigning MVP of the league. Garnett's
role, which is to be a scorer, and he's done a nice job of that, accepting his role coming off the bench. Garnett
really staying with that play that we talked about that. 3 to shoot.
Garnett calling for it. Van Horn guarding in.
Free throw of the night, first in 3 games. Now 7 of 8.
I'm feeling like he had a cold. All right, here's Garnett. Yeah.
Swallowed up. Garnett, fall away, got it.
Garnett, Glasser. Tied at 61. Not for
The Pistons had Kevin did a great job of moving all around the floor.
Cage,
When you're 12 deep. I mean, this team is 12 deep, literally.
Kevin on the baseline.
Going on right now, the fact that he's playing right now, this is, I mean, a chance for him to play his way. Not exactly household names, no.
Garnett over Walker. Threw that ball away. Kevin draws the double, turns it around on the baseline. That together. It was a great team.
Yeah, it was.
Pistons right now 6 games over the 500 mark. Larry Brown. But as you say, it will come down to fourth quarter execution. Kevin puts it up. And
they're both playing well. Garnett.
A 3-run by the Sonics inside. Garnett turns, twist, follow-away jumper.
For a long time. Not a superstar, but very solid.
Here's Garnett working on Odom with the 2 fouls. On demand, KG over Lamar Odom.
Passport back.
Here's Garnett. 26-4 off to the best start in their franchise's history. 16-6 run. Eddie Griffin is checked in for the Wolves. Kevin hammered as he gets the shot.
On the offensive glass, rebound on the basketball gave the Mavericks a lot of energy last year.
Kevin got to 20 feet away and knocks down a jump shot.
Nice move. Production team here inside Gund Arena. Cavaliers trying to slay one of the best in the business.
6'10", only 235 pounds. And he got pounded last year as they kept from Sam Cassell and still grimacing in pain. Inside the Guns
play hard. They play very inconsistently.
Well, they have fallen apart often at the finish as well. Garnett backing in on Fortson. Turns around on the base.
Said, Coach, I've made some mistakes. I've learned from them. I'm ready to play ball.
Garnett.
Guarded by Canby. Kenyon Martin is fouled out of the game. Nice fake by Kevin. And the Timberwolves at 53.
In the lineup. He was not in the lineup against Minnesota. They missed his ability to
run. To open the second quarter. Now Milwaukee's on a 16-4 run. Kevin.
A long time.
Runs in the Nunez family.
How about that? You're having your son.
Kevin slipping through. Throws it up.
Sprewell dumps it in to Garnett. Garnett against Demar. Big step.
Push him outside. Get him to fade if you can. He goes right to the rim. Reverse pivot. Goes up and under and laid it in. One.
Takes him into the paint. Kevin 17 rebounds, 17 points for Kevin Garnett. KG inside off.
Miss, and they meant to do that. That is a set play that you can do anytime on a floor.
Kevin Garnett. All sorts of. Kevin in the block, shedding the defense.
It's Garnett against Campbell. And for the tie, Kevin
35.7. Garnett guarded by Primo.
Garnett right by. AG has more double-doubles in the entire.
By 1, 13-12. Garnett wants it down on the low block, left side, turns, faces, comes across the middle.
Left block against Good. Garnett with that strong move.
Tonight against the Blazers to take a 30-21 advantage in the fourth quarter. They really ruled the fourth quarter.
In this rule book, Marcus Camby draws the defensive assignment as Martin has 5. And the cell almost fell. Garnett and 1.
4.5. You want to give up 2s instead of 3s.
And good ball to open the third. Garnett looks to attack Henderson. And does just time becoming a factor. Garnett attacks the rim, lays it in again.
Suns have scored 2 points in the last 5 minutes of the game. Here's Garnett and
Clippers have turned it over a couple times. KG takes
on 1 against Henderson for the moment. Takes it inside.
Some more moves on the post because they're scouting him. He's the first person to scout.
Now Melvin Eli just left the bench and went to the back. Turns out he has a lot of discomfort in his.
Garnett working on Gansarich underneath.
Then concerned about this. They go to Garnett.
Serbiak on the inbound into Garnett, gets Foyle in the air,
But it's a 6-4 run encompassing nearly the last 5 minutes. And fans get a little restless here early on. Have a syllable, but that is how it's pronounced.
I mean, that was pretty emphatic.
Kevin over Howard.
Kevin Garnett's been the best player on the floor, though. 33 for Garnett.
Kevin goes up. Kevin takes it inside.
Mavs continue to hold the cell at bay. Garnett.
A couple Wolves defenders. Nice pass inside. Out of Newark, New Jersey. Garnett in the paint.
So he's finding Garnett now about 10 feet away.
Garnett nice up on the team after taking over as head coach.
But one good thing that you'll look at is Kevin Garnett makes an amazing.
Smith was a prep school player.
Portland now has followed it up with 5 in a row. Here's Garnett working against Chris Billy.
Kirilenko now has 12 points. Kevin hanging. Gets.
Garnett against Ben.
From the beginning, understand it was a process. You get to the point, you build. People were very patient. Kevin Garnett
In the air when he receives the basketball, you've got to establish yourself into the front court, Tom.
KG turns.
He's one of those tough guys to guard because he's so big. You know, big guys are guarding him, obviously. Kevin.
Whoa! Hoiberg delivers the ball down low to Kevin. KG working his way past.
Getting killed on the boards as Minnesota already has 12 offensive rebounds.
You know, Garnett, they list him.
The key is on Garnett. And he gets the win.
Really unusual, although Sacramento is 21st.
Where the Grizzlies are trailing Minnesota 69-56. Kevin Garnett with a spin.
You better get out there and defend them outside the arc. They have the 3rd most makes in the NBA right now behind the Phoenix Suns.
5 for Howard early on. The Maverick lead is 5. Garnett.
But they have struggled since. KG over Yogi.
Both of them happen all the time.
No quit in the Hornets so far as Kevin. Is what Casey said will be the key for the Wolves tonight because it's a one-on-one type team. Garnett put a win last night in Chicago. This is a team that has not played especially well in the water recovery.
Now has to try to deny Kevin Garnett. The drop step.
Really kind of impressed you, didn't I, with those numbers?
Absolutely.
Al Gasol.
Upset. And another. Spun away for the double.
Garnett working on Kenny Thomas.
Got into Jerry Sloan's doghouse early on.
Washington beat Tampa Bay 17-10. New England leads Jacksonville 14-3 in the second half. Kevin Garnett down low, 7 to shoot. Van Horn gets help from Harris at the double. Garnett spins.
The starting lineup most recently. And the shot
needs it. He needs it more than I do.
Here is Garnett, double team on him. And
he can, but I think this is a little better matchup for Marco.
Kevin Garnett.
Bench points tonight, 37-3. That's what you need, is because Billa takes the blow from Garnett, tries to block it.
KG has a while ago. Yeah, just a little bit. This 448 is a big party. I mean, he can have a big game next week.
Ball away. Garnett.
Eddie Griffin with the block. That was his fourth.
Now making him put it on the floor.
post-up game, but Kevin Garnett contested by.
They got to stop him. Garnett looks down. One-on-one. Cassell doesn't come to that's too late.
We don't even want to go there till we have to.
Now to Garnett. Covered one-on-one by Martin, who does a good job. The bench guys that really gave them an opportunity to win that game. Both teams shooting well since the first.
6 a game, but has 0 tonight. Kevin over the double team.
With Olowokandi in the game, Kevin Garnett is playing the 4.
28-24, the Suns led by as many as 9. Kevin Garnett, turner. Nash inside is really strong. Up it comes to Garnett. Garnett spin move on Tim Thomas.
Kevin Garnett spins and got that first quarter. Earl Watson has come in for the Nuggets.
Garnett opens things up.
Take that wide open shot. You need scoring from your small forward.
Garnett fakes that baseline.
Hassel working inside to Garnett. Kevin in the paint, steps back.
Patterson on him.
Okay, you want that shot. You can live with.
Trent Hassel. Garnett working around Memo. Goes outside.
On the clock.
They go to Garnett. Working on Humphreys. Turnaround jump shot.
Houston on Thursday and then on the road for the Sonics.
And there's the movement. Lamar with the dribble penetration and brings the defender to him, and it's smooth.
By 3. Garnett fadeaway jumper.
In turnovers, 13.7 a game. Here's KG. Drives on Jamison for the fadeaway. Good. And teammates now for another season. And I think what's helped is
Kevin again draws the double team.
Scoring with 21.
Kevin's got it. Wants to putt. They're tough to catch. It is. I think
defense to make the defense move. It can also get your own defender out of position. It's a slow start this, Mike. Patterson. Garnett. Virtually unstoppable.
In particular, a deal with Boston for Mark Blunt. Garnett, the turnaround.
A lot of it.
Garnett. That's his first.
Himself. 2 quick fouls. Sat Rashad down. Only played it under 90.
Interesting to see how Jalen Rose plays for Larry Brown the second time around.
check back to Heat.com and make sure we move the dancers on to the championship round next month. Every Tony back over
in the 3 previous games. Good low catch by Garnett.
That was one of the keys to the game, was not letting him get started. And Garnett.
Kevin looking, and taking himself. The baseline turns it around, puts it.
McCann stays in, gives it up to KG. And he turns on Howard. Davis, Milt got a hand up. Davis got it right back inside. Double thumb, Garnett.
10 on the shot clock. Into Kevin Garnett. Spin move on Marion.
Corey hitting the Spurs' first 3. They're 1 of 4 from the arc. And then Rasho on the fast break bucket.
And a 5. Coming down to 3 minutes. Garnett just goes over some offensive rebounds here in this third period.
Dallas Wednesday night. Mavericks have scored 5 of the 7 points up.
Challenge that shot.
There is KG.
At the high school review here, we saw Sagana play, and I was very surprised when they were talking about him being.
Understands that role, and that's the difference maybe too, along with the
Fans thanking Isaiah Thomas for taking Malik Rose off.
KG and Wally tandem, also 23 points. Kevin on the bench. Trenton Hassel inside to Garnett. Kevin's got to go. Turns it around.
Minnesota. Fall away to his team, especially when they're down by 14.
Lakers have 4 starters in double figures. Garnett gets. Garnett locked up with Lamar. On the fall away, it's all even.
Garnett met by Carter and draws the foul. That will count. And
To get it right. Garnett and Brand.
They are collectively 7 of 15 from the field. The rest of the Hornets team is shooting 11%.
Team. Carlos Boozer been available for most of this season here in the third quarter.
And the Magic back up. It is going back and forth throughout.
Garnett. Sebastian Telfair at the scorer's table for the Blazers. There's Garnett.
10 to count. Bulls by 4. Garnett backs and bumps. Reggie falls. Garnett steps by the.
He's already in this game. Kevin dealing with trouble.
Garnett got Ratliff in the air.
Shoot. Garnett.
The Jazz now drop down to 40% from the field. The Wolves a sizzling 60. Great move of triple doubles this season. Kevin Garnett.
League and Griffin is a terrific shot blocker at 2.5 a game.
Garnett and counts. Third game of the season between these two teams is Garnett on the block. Going right at Bonner, over and
All we had to do was see him twice last year.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin Garnett working hard.
33. Kevin Garnett inside for.
Here it is. Kevin Garnett racing down to that spot. Tries to move around Memo. Spins it up and good.
The bench. Now the Warriors shooting 53%. Garnett getting the
hit last night. Just one. 1 of 15 from the field for the game.
Marcus Banks gave it up, so did Ricky Davis. But Kevin Garnett. 5 fouls, and that's where they want to go after Mim. Garnett inside.
I want to draw on that play a little bit and show you how important that is.
Problems for Brevin Knight. Inside to Garnett. Kevin with the
On Trenton Hassel in that same corner to win the basketball game.
Kevin
Rebounds against the Spurs in the first meeting between the two. Garnett scored.
Got by. He slips it off to Garnett. Garnett with the bucket.
Kevin
Isolates. Parker's done right there on his game.
snap pass to Garnett. Draws a crowd. Does not.
6 points in a row. Right back to Garnett now. Garnett with the jump hook.
Works on Dampier. Hanging in the lane. Tucks.
Looking to go inside. Davis does. One-handed catch by Garnett.
One-on-one, KG and Sharif.
Out of the All-Star break. How about this strange stat? Second straight game as Garnett. They lead at 14-11. Good job here by Collins. Now Garnett to the spin. A series of moves.
Trying to come inside to Garnett.
Swift. Garnett with a big step inside and made it.
Austin all you want.
Quick throw into Garnett.
Right shoulder. Take away his right shoulder. Oh, that's a foul there.
They have a 10-point lead. Timberwolves have not led in this game.
That's what going to do a lot of defensive work against Garnett. Here comes the big ticket with a up by 5, 49-44. Garnett against Rasho Nesterovic. No call. Spurs back up by a half dozen. Garnett to answer. You betcha.
Right up and under Garnett this trip. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Garnett.
Going to the right guy.
Garnett across the lane. Hooks it.
Game losing streak. And it's all come about with the lineup change. Garnett, what a move by...
Went wild in that game, particularly in the first half. He had 30 points. Complimenting Kevin Garnett, who doesn't need much compliment.
Wow. KG trying to back in on Foster. Gets by Clark. And they go to KG. Face up on Kurt Thomas. Pulls back.
Hassel gets it to Garnett. Kevin enters the paint. Turns it baseline. And
None was coming. 7 now for Jackson. Now Garnett works again.
Garnett. It's Kwame Brown go get a great facilitator in this triangle offense. Garnett turns and fires.
Inside to Garnett. Scalabrini there. Too good.
When Amari and Kurt is rebounding to Sean Merritt.
The delay will not bother us, and so far that has held true to form. Garnett, tough shot.
For Minnesota. And you mentioned Terry, the only starter, just jumps again once more.
League. And Junior Harrington, who was the last cut for the Grizzlies in training camp, signed to a 10-day contract.
59% from the floor. They've been great all night.
Catching it. Marco thought about the three. Instead goes into Garnett. Kevin rises up. The Timberwolves down the stretch on top of the Suns. Garnett turns around. Throws it back into Kevin. KG backing in. Turns it around on the baseline and puts it through. 52% from the field this season. KG behind the back. Holding on for dear life. And his 5th three of this game. Kevin steps back in the
last 9 have been one possession affairs. 8 to shoot. Garnett on the back down.
Another board for Garnett. Shot clock winding down. Kevin turns it around.
Hassel played by Jefferson. Garnett guarded by Collins. Garnett to the fadeaway.
At 12 points. Garnett, meantime, is 3 of 14. Nesterovich all over Garnett.
Gets it into Garnett, nodding in agreement, wanting the ball in his hands. Kevin enters the paint, rises
up duty. Really, Lakers could have beaten Phoenix in Phoenix last ball game as well.
See, now he's on the point. Now he's on the block.
Makes the spin of the fade for the game. Answer the Bulls' intensity on the home floor. Double down there by Adrian Griffin. Kevin Garnett spin.
Towards the end of the first half.
Absolutely.
Kevin on the baseline.
Behind the back he had in the first quarter. The no look. I think it went to Marion. Cage.
Last year by Ron Thomas called they cleared the lane. So be sure and pick that up. And
dictate tempo, I would think, in this one, Pete. Kevin Garnett puts it.
And this is the only visit to Minneapolis.
Well, this is a very good shooting team. Looks like they're going to double drop.
One missed him, 1 or 2. Kevin Garnett missed a bunch. I mean, inside baskets. They could easily have 10 more points.
Kevin step.
Grizzlies defense did well. Miller got the deflection. Garnett, the shake and bake over Allen.
In this ball game.
Garnett down deep, steps.
Something that I had a goal since I was a little kid, especially once I got
into Garnett. Kevin with the strong start, steps.
Garnett over a series of.
Foster drawing the assignment on Garnett. Foster defending Garnett.
Give yourself a nickname.
94-89 last night. As the Lakers lost an 11-point lead
against Ben Wallace. Garnett, tough shot.
On Sunday night in Seattle. There were a lot of positives in fact in that game.
He's at just under 20 this season. Kevin looks to answer it.
The teams have got in position to win the game or to get a little separation himself. And again,
to respond before halftime.
Kevin, over shots tonight. Normally you say the opposite.
Yeah, no. Tonight he's got to score out
against Jamal McGlure. Jamal's got to play tough D, but be careful to stay out of foul trouble. Good D, that's Sirs. Right.
Every team will have one representative.
Garnett inside. Harvard's not talented. So, hey, we've been playing together a long time.
Garnett good.
Best known for his defensive work. Kevin in the crowd steps back. Garnett draws the double team. KG backing in, draws the double team over Chan. A Houston team that will throw it up often.
The defense again by playing pick and rolls tough.
Kevin. Brett and Hassel inside the big ticket. Kevin again, and this time.
That's saying that he's got 29 points in the game. Garnett.
Mike James coming off the double-double performance inside the KG. Turns. Kevin Garnett, anxious to go tonight.
Being a mile away from Paul Pierce.
Garnett in the lane. The two. Smith wants to go to Garnett. Points 4 in the shot clock. Garnett knows it. That's a big shot.
About the positives, the great play of LB and Boris Diaw. They're obviously concerned about Kevin Garnett.
The Timberwolves had cut it to 4 late in the third quarter.
Assessment.
Garnett turns baseline. And look to have the big ticket the ball. And Spicky up, and they're 0-2 obviously thus far. Garnett backing in against Marion. He is so.
And you're right. It's a good job to get Sean going here early in the second half. And there, the help doesn't come, and he's able to score. Garnett.
Side on Jackson. He set it up for Garnett.
So he can get that.
Trail by 7. 15-7 crawl as opposed to a run. I'm told by Dick Life to qualify as a.
Garnett over Brand.
He didn't see any more time during that game, and that's the way Nate McMillan coaches. It's my way or the highway.
3 on the shot clock for Garnett.
And getting to the rotations that you need. Do all those little things.
12 on the shot clock. Garnett against Kenny Thomas.
To go about your health and when you hope you might be able to return.
It looks Utah. KG backs in. And
see what the Wolves have done from the line. Charlotte really struggling. Just people in the NBA with the ball.
I think he's forgetting about Leandro Barboza.
He's having a great year. His best overall.
Garnett again.
Down here, Minnesota has a couple off possessions. The Suns don't stop.
Garnett on the baseline. And back on the wing. Delivers the ball to Garnett. Kevin catcher. Rebound, but turned it over 5 times. Back to KG. Opposite side. And
he's also Jason Kidd with a jump shot, which is, saying a lot.
Garnett against Dice. To the baseline for the full.
Well, the final 12 minutes have arrived. And so is Garnett on the block. Throws career in that area. He just needs to get there more often. Kevin strike.
Yeah, between that saying and Larry Bird turning 50 years old.
To score in the front 5, but he has 2 assists already.
Kevin, a player now and a joy to watch.
Inside to Garnett. Can be this time.
Want to get to he's so big.
Kevin Garnett catch.
Amount of time. He's averaging 18 minutes a game. And 4-11. Clippers off to a sensational start at 11 out of on another one. I mean, that stuff wears on him.
Certainly has been that early.
Well, there were those that questioned whether he could put up the numbers similar to what he did. Kevin in the paint, stepping back, throws it in.
Magic have got to be careful here. Critical juncture in the ball game. Garnett.
Kings doing a pretty good job in transition, but the big ticket Garnett.
Shooting 83% here in the 4th. Garnett driving in the chest. A box for the dunk.
Minnesota 4-8 when the margin is 3 or fewer.
Going against Booz on the block. 9 on the shot clock. Double team is Brewer. And the
Hassel bounce pass to Garnett on the block. Kevin wings his. Big ticket on the baseline. Throws it into Garnett. Draws the double team. Doesn't matter to Kevin. He's fouled.
Garnett going quickly on the rookie. Dunks
down low. Garnett draws the triple team, spins out of it, and a ball.
Trenton Hassel feeds Garnett deep in the lane. The turn and gun goes over.
Kevin in a crowd.
Just rode with it. I mean, a true professional.
The most loyal employee. Right over the top. 6th overall. Very similar to Carl Millsap. Any out there by the 3-point stripe. They sneak in for an open look like that. Garnett.
They can play a lot like Trenton Hassel. It's a little tougher than Trenton.
Kevin Garnett. Bench play has been key for the Sixers here. Every bench player to have played has scored.
Hassel gets the ball inside to Garnett.
7 have come from inside the pin. Here come 2 more.
Score, and that's what they lacked last year. They really did not get a consistent scoring in the backcourt.
Tremendous amount of speed.
Garnett. Garnett's going to keep playing hard. And he gets a foul on Beatrice, puts it up and in.
41-32.
Garnett just 2 of 7 as he works against Gasol. An up and under.
Garnett, he's my 6th man of the year right now, but mid-season awards, number 10 is a streak of lightning.
It out top. Here's Garnett. Tough.
Verja against Garnett. Garnett almost walked, and he flopped that time. Garnett crushed it.
Pull up and take a long 2. Here's Garnett against McGlure. KG across the middle, scores, and he's fouled.
You know, shot that skyhook, the leading all-time scorer. I'm just shocked that nobody uses it.
Kevin.
This information between the 2 ears in my head, and sometimes the wrong stuff comes out. Garnett.
This is a tough cover for Al. This is a tough cover. Because he's
Garnett playing a bundle of minutes tonight inside, and
He probably has some electric shock jacket or something that he's
KG checking Garnett. Trying to make it tough for KG, but he's not going to let him get the ball.
Garnett, is he aware of the clock? Yes, he is. And he knocked.
Oh, yeah, if they make a great second half run, we're not even at the All-Star break, so anything is possible.
Garnett working on Marion. Steps back, throws it down.
Rashid for the Pistons. Kevin Garnett, a couple of pump fakes and a rainbow gun. Garnett against Robinson. Nice catch, that fadeaway. Goes
on 20, but you get the feeling they're hanging around. Obviously, plenty of time left in this one. Kevin, turnovers have been a problem all season long for these Lakers. KG goes 3 for 3.
Jackson was a guy that would sit there and talk to you a lot about philosophy and get into your head a lot about the game. For Minnesota.
Denver on a 13-2 run right now. Looking out of South Carolina. KG, silky.
I'm going to bury the first one.
And he did. Garnett on the post up.
Garnett. He's 5 of 20.
6 points in this quarter for Jason Williams, 13 on the night. Garnett coming.
Ford gives it up to the ticket. Kevin Garnett pushed out of there by
footwork and gets 2 points.
Kevin
has had a tendency to lapse in the fourth quarters. Garnett in low turn.
down low. Garnett, the big
team the Bobcats haven't gotten yet is the Phoenix Suns. And
Kevin Garnett
lead at the beginning of the game, and then just the bottom fell out.
Kevin options. And he finds a good one. Kevin Garnett.
I've been tested him, he'd probably be 50.
He is tough. Chuck Hayes had a career-high 15 boards in the win last night. Just 65 seconds into the second half of the last game. A loss to Houston. Kevin
lost it, loose. James saved it. Shot clock at 1. Kevin Garnett hooks.
End of the road tonight, at least on this journey for the Timberwolves. Kevin
assist for Carter. Garnett off the double.
Into Garnett. Just outside of the paint. Turns baseline.